Hi Nana, good morning. Today we will study the difference between polar covalent compounds and non-polar covalent compounds. So the comparison of non-polar covalent compounds with the polar covalent compounds. See, non-polar covalent compounds are compared with polar covalent compounds. See, yesterday we have seen I have explained you about how non-polar covalent bond is formed and how polar covalent bond is formed. So now we will study the difference between the compounds. So first of all, in non-polar covalent compounds, there is a shared pair of electrons, and that pair of electron is equally distributed between the atoms. Electron pair is equally distributed between the atoms. For example, between the two hydrogen atoms, if that electron pair is present, so this electron pair is shared by both the atoms equally. Shared pair of electron are equally distributed between the atoms. That means this electron pair, it is distributed to this atom as well as to this atom equally. So this is about non-polar covalent bond. So in that case, you will get non-polar covalent bond. Now polar covalent bond, say polar covalent compounds. See, shared pair of electrons are unequally distributed between the atoms. See, for example, if you take HCl molecule, the electron pair, it is distributed towards chlorine. Chlorine is to the chlorine electron pair is distributed to more extent. That means electron pair is distributed more to the chlorine than to hydrogen. Okay, that means the distribution of electron pair towards chlorine is more. So this electron pair, this is shared by both the atoms, but this atom is sharing that electron pair with less extent, whereas this chlorine atom will share that electron pair with more extent. So that means shared pair of electron are unequally distributed. This electron pair is unequally distributed. Okay, that means here to this chlorine atom the electron pair is distributed more because it is very close to the chlorine atom. For this hydrogen atom, that electron pair is far away, hence it shares that electron pair to less extent. That means there is unequal distribution between the atoms. Which one? Unequal distribution of shared pair of electrons. Right. Next point. As the sharing of electrons is equal, see, look here, non-polar covalent compound. In non-polar covalent compound, this electron pair, as these two atoms are equally sharing, therefore atoms mutually attract electron with equal force. That means the nucleus of this atom will attract this electron pair with the force which is equal to the force of this nucleus shown on this electron pair. That means both the nucleus of both the atom will attract this electron pair equally. That means both the nucleus will show equal force of attraction on this electron pair. Both these nucleus, the nucleus of this hydrogen atom and this hydrogen atom, the nucleus of both the hydrogen atoms will show equal force of attraction on the electron pair, shared electron pair. right? Whereas in polar covalent compounds, if you take the polar covalent compounds, HCl, example here, here what is happening in case of polar covalent compound? As the sharing of electrons is unequal, this electron pair is not shared equally by both the atoms. Okay, as the sharing of electron is unequal, therefore the more electronegative atom attracts the electron pair towards itself. See, out of these two, which one is more electronegative atom? Hydrogen, its electronegativity is 2.1, whereas chlorine's electronegativity is 3.0. So this is the more electronegative atom than hydrogen. Hence this atom will attract. Okay, so more electronegative atom attracts the electron pair towards itself. So that is why this electron pair it is closer towards chlorine than towards hydrogen. That means this electron pair is closer towards chlorine and far away from hydrogen. So that is the thing in polar covalent compounds. So how the electron pair is shared by both the atoms and how that is attracted by this atom. Due to this, as more electronegative atom attracts that electron pair, so this electron pair will move towards chlorine atom more, like that. Next, third point. A non-polar covalent molecule is symmetrical. A non-polar covalent molecule is symmetrical. See, for example, here, what is the meaning of symmetrical? Symmetrical means equal distribution. Equal distribution. That means how far it is from this atom, it is the same far from the other atom. So non-polar covalent molecule is symmetrical and electrically neutral. See, look here, there is no charge separation. No separation of charge takes place in its molecule. But in HCl, if you take HCl, I am writing here, in HCl, so what is happening in HCl? So electron pair is unsymmetrical, asymmetrical or unsymmetrical. That means, so this electron pair is attracted by this nucleus with more force, whereas this nucleus is attracting this electron pair with less force. In this case, both the nucleus will attract that electron pair with equal force. Hence, this electron pair is distributed equally, okay, towards both the atoms. But here the electron pair is not distributed equally towards both the atoms. Hence, it is said to be asymmetrical or unsymmetrical. So the polar covalent molecule is asymmetrical and it is not electrically neutral. Why it is not electrically neutral? Because here charges are separated, because this negative charged electron pair is moving towards chlorine. As a result of this one, this chlorine will acquire partial negative charge and this hydrogen will acquire partial positive charge. Okay, that means separation of charges takes place. Negative charge or partial negative charge on more electronegative atom, that means which attracts electron pair strongly. So this is more electronegative atom, hence it attracts the electron pair strongly, hence partial negative charge is developed on chlorine atom, and this hydrogen atom, it develops partial positive charge. That means there is a charge separation in this molecule. But here in this molecule, there is no charge separation, because electron pair is distributed symmetrically, equally. Okay, therefore there is no charge separation, and here the molecule is said to be electrical neutral. Here it is not electrically neutral because there is a chance of, you will find positive charges and negative charges. Okay, right. Next, fourth point. Non-polar covalent bond is generally formed between similar atoms. So these are similar atoms. Okay, such as O2, H2. Here I have taken H2 as an example. F2, chlorine, between two chlorine atoms, between two nitrogen atoms, between two fluorine atoms, or between two hydrogen atoms, or between two oxygen atoms. That means between two similar atoms, generally non-polar covalent bond takes place. Non-polar covalent bond takes place, is formed between similar atoms. Or else, when electronegativity difference in electronegativity, delta means difference. So difference in electronegativity. When the difference in electronegativity is less than 0.85. For example, take this one, CH4 or CCl4. So what is happening? The difference between these two. For example, CH4. In CH4, this is what? This is a bond. This is also another bond. This is also another bond. All these bonds, these are non-polar covalent bonds. Why these are called as non-polar covalent bonds? So this carbon is having 4 non-polar covalent bonds. Okay, bonded with 4 different hydrogen atoms. So 4 different hydrogen atoms, they are bonded to carbon atom by by 4 non-polar covalent bonds. That means between carbon and hydrogen there is only one non-polar covalent bond. Here, if you see the electronegativity difference, the carbon electronegativity it is 2.5, whereas hydrogen's its electronegativity is 2.1. So the difference between these two is 0.4, which is less than 0.85. Hence, between carbon and hydrogen, the bond formed is said to be non-polar covalent bond. Similarly, between carbon and chlorine, if you take a chlorine, between carbon and chlorine also, if you compare, see the electronegativity of chlorine is 3.0, whereas carbon it is 2.5. The electronegativity difference between carbon and chlorine, it is 0.5. 0.5 is less than 0.85. Hence, the bond formed between carbon and chlorine, the bond formed between carbon and chlorine. So this bond is also non-polar covalent bond. This also, and all these. So this carbon is forming 4 non-polar covalent bonds with 4 different chlorine atoms. So like this. And also, in the same way, atoms having identical neighboring atoms. See this carbon, its neighboring atom is this hydrogen, and even this hydrogen is also neighboring atoms. So carbon is having, in this compound, carbon is having 4 neighboring atoms. And all these neighboring atoms are identical. So when an atom is having identical neighboring atoms, so this carbon, this is a neighboring atom, and this is also neighboring atom to this carbon. Okay, so this carbon is having identical neighboring atoms. When an atom is having identical neighboring atoms, then the bond formed between these atoms will be a non-polar covalent bond. Okay, that means when atom is having identical neighboring atoms, this carbon is having identical neighboring atoms. This carbon is having two hydrogens as neighboring atoms, and these two atoms are what? These two atoms are what? Identical atoms. Suppose if I take like this, one is hydrogen and another is chlorine, like this. If I take, one is fluorine, or else one is iodine, like this. If I take, what happens? So this carbon, it is not having identical neighboring atoms. So this carbon is having 4 neighboring atoms, but these 4 neighboring atoms are not identical neighboring atoms. Hence, the bonds formed is not a non-polar covalent bond. So this cannot be the bonds in this molecule. It is not a non-polar covalent bond. Whereas here it is non-polar covalent bond. It is also non-polar covalent bond, but here it is not non-polar covalent bond. For non-polar covalent bond, atoms having identical neighboring atoms should be. It should be like that. So atoms should have identical neighboring atoms. So in that case also, non-polar covalent bond is formed. So in this case, carbon, it is having neighboring atoms but not identical neighboring atoms. Hence, here in this case, the bond formed is not a non-polar covalent bond. Okay, so like this. Now, if we see polar covalent bond, see polar covalent compounds. In polar covalent compounds, polar covalent bond is generally formed between dissimilar atoms such as hydrogen and oxygen, nitrogen and hydrogen, HCl, etc. So, if I take example, nitrogen and hydrogen, between ammonia. So ammonia, this is a formula of ammonia, NH3. So nitrogen, it forms 3 bonds with 3 hydrogen atoms like this. The electronegativity of nitrogen is 3.0, whereas electronegativity of hydrogen is 2.1. What is the difference in electronegativity? So the difference in electronegativity is 0.9. The difference in electronegativity between nitrogen and hydrogen, it is 0.9, which is greater than 0.85. As the electronegativity difference is large. Large means atoms having large electronegativity difference. Large means more than 0.85. So in that case, the bond formed between nitrogen and hydrogen, it is a polar covalent bond. Between nitrogen and hydrogen, the bond formed is a polar covalent bond. So here also it is a polar covalent bond. Here also it is a polar covalent bond. Okay, though this atom is having identical neighboring atoms, but in this case, what is happening? The electronegativity difference. Here the electronegativity difference is more than 0.85. Hence, the molecule and the bond formed is polar covalent bond. So remember that though this atom is having identical neighboring atoms, but still the bond formed is polar covalent bond. What is the reason? Because the electronegativity difference. See, we have to consider all these things. Okay, similar atoms, or if there are different atoms, the electronegativity difference should be less than 0.85 for the formation of non-polar covalent compound. But here the electronegativity difference is 0.9, which is greater than 0.85. Hence this bond, hence this molecule will come under this category. Got it? So we have to consider all the points. We have to consider all the points to decide whether compound is a non-polar covalent compound or polar covalent compound. Right. So in this way, so there is a comparison. We can, we have compared the non-polar covalent compound with the polar covalent compounds. Okay. And one more thing, the polar covalent compounds molecules are called dipolar molecules. Why they are called as dipolar molecules? Suppose take ammonia. In ammonia, so I am removing this one. In ammonia, so here what it is more electronegative atom and it is less electronegative atom. So what is happening? So two opposite poles are developed. So it is this is a bond, and towards the one end of this bond it is negative pole, and towards the other end of the bond it is positive pole. Okay, so this molecule, so this ammonia in this ammonia molecule, you will find two ends which are opposite in charges. Hence, such molecules are said to be dipolar molecules. See, there are two centers of charges. So this is a center of positive charge and this is a center of negative charge. So there are two centers of charges on each bond. Okay, such a thing is said to be dipole. What is dipole? Dipole means which is having two centers of charges. Okay, as it is having two centers of charges, hence it is called as a dipole. As this is having dipole, then the molecule is said to be dipolar molecule. So water is an example of dipolar molecule. Ammonia is an example of dipolar molecule. HCl, so many examples are there. Okay, so like this, HCl, HF, H2, between hydrogen and sulfur also, you will find this bond is said to be dipole. Okay, hence the molecule is said to be dipolar molecule. So all polar covalent compounds, the molecules are called dipolar molecules. So like this, the difference between the non-polar covalent compounds and polar covalent compounds can be learned. Okay, here atomic radii also we have to consider. Atomic radii, there should be large difference in the atomic radii. If there is large difference in the atomic radii also, the bond formed is said to be polar covalent bond. Okay, polar covalent bond. When there is a large difference in the atomic radii also, then also the bond formed is said to be polar covalent bond. Okay, so like this, non-polar covalent compounds can be compared with polar covalent compounds. Right. See, we will learn the other things in the next class. Okay, Nana.